Guys, this is first what is cloud computing. I have extracted this material. Actually, I have a different PPTs, but I created these things from Azure Cloud. Okay, Azure Cloud related learning material. Already I told there is a lot of free to learn kind of stuff. One of the thing is Microsoft Learning. Okay, from directly Microsoft Learning I have done. So two parts completed. Third part is not yet completed. I am struggling for a month. Okay, this one. Okay, so past 30 days, this is the one. So I have to complete this one. Okay, so I got one repetition point, two batches also. Already I explained how to learn these things. Of course, there is a video in my playlist. So you can go to free courses. Okay, the playlist name is free courses. So try to go through this free courses. There you can see how to learn free stuff, including learn Microsoft technologies freely, Azure and AWS, sorry, CloudX Lab. Of course, you can learn AWS from AWS website also there. CloudX Lab is not about learning cloud, but this is learn Microsoft technology. You can learn Microsoft Cloud. You can learn Microsoft technologies from this one. I think already I shared this video. If you, in case you miss it, I will share it again. So you can happily go through this free learning kind of stuff. So login, you need a Microsoft account to complete that part. Okay. So slowly can learn, no problem. When I'm learning, what I've done, I created a PPTs. I created a PPT. I just reading and once I understand, I put it in a PPT. Okay, so and I read the PPT again. So like it is 2 to 3 times of reading same material again and again, so I can easily understand, I can able to remember. Of course, this is a tradition to show the PPT to explain, then I'm telling from here. Each part there is a small test like a 3 to 4 questions. You can put it, you'll get a batches also like this. So I received 2 batches. Okay. Akash is also came. Okay, like this batches, it is additional point to you. Okay, that's my point. Now we'll start. What is cloud computing? A delivery of computing service over internet. Very short name. What is short? Very short, very small sentence. It is delivery of computing services. What is computing services? What computer will do? What server will do? Okay, what is computer? Computer contains CPU, means processing power, memory, hard disk, storage, operating system. We can run applications, we can access applications, right? So these are all computing powers only. Okay, computing services over the internet. These services include server, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence. Okay, so different type of things we can able to access over the internet as a web service, like you are accessing a website, right? docs.google.com. Google Docs is a software as a service. Instead of installing a office into my laptop, I can access, so I can access from anywhere, right? So this is a document I'm preparing while I'm taking the class for a new batch. Okay, so for your batches, recent batches, I get confused what is covered, what is not covered. I know what is covered, but students not having a clarity, so then better to prepare like this. Okay, so this is the Google Docs. This is the Google Docs. This is Microsoft Office 365. This is Office 365 or Microsoft 365. You can see. So this is a application service I'm accessing from as a web service, as a web application. Through web browser I'm accessing these services. I need a server, but I cannot purchase a server with that multiple CPU, RAM, storages. Okay, what I will do, simply go to the cloud and we'll take it. I have heard this example recently from one of the sir. Okay, so that is I like that one because we are not telling that example nowadays. Lot of you people don't know what is internet center. Okay, so in olden days we go to internet centers. Okay, so if you want a computer, you want to do certain work in a computer. Okay, you want to take a printout or you want to do a resume preparation, or maybe you want to send a mail or you want to fill an application. Okay, what we have to do, so we have to go to internet center. So because why we are going to internet center, we don't have a computer, we don't have internet, we don't have a printer on our own. So that is costly equipment earlier days. Now it is compulsory equipment. See, in my hometown, so in my hometown, I have my printer. Okay, I have laptop, and of course I have internet. So I can do all these works by my own only. When I am applying for license or when I am applying for something, I can do myself. So I don't need to go to internet center. In earlier days, we don't have. So we have to go to internet center. So we'll ask for a computer. He said 1 hour computer access is 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 30 rupees of computer access. So we'll go to the computer, we open the mails, we download a document, we fill the document, and we'll give the print, and we'll take the print like a 2-3 pages of print is there. We have taken a print, work is completed. Then we are close the windows. Then we are going, when we are going, we have to pay how much time you are using. Like for example, it is 20 rupees per hour. We pay 20 rupees. There is a 2-3 printouts are there, 2 rupees per printout. So pay 6 rupees. So 26 rupees. Okay. So that is what I'm trying to say is you go and utilize and you pay and we say bye bye. Right? So this is what simple understanding. You are not purchasing any computer there. You didn't purchase any computer. You didn't paying anything for internet usage. I mean, direct internet ISP. You are not paying any bills, right? You didn't buy any paper or a printer. You simply went there, sit there, use, take it, and complete it, pay, and go out. This is what we can able to say in the cloud terms. I didn't have my own servers. I don't have my own environment to develop an application. I don't have a storage devices for store the data separately. Okay, so I need a business intelligence tools to work on it. I don't have that license kind of stuff. I don't have a particular servers I have to install to run that applications. Okay. Now those are all not required. Very simple. Go to the data center, simply go to any the relevant cloud services provider. For example, if you go to Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud Platform, so you can get the servers, storages, database servers, okay, softwares, okay, business intelligence tools are there. Salesforce. Salesforce is also a cloud-based platform. Okay, so this is a CRM, customer relation management. Salesforce is a customer relation relation management or relationship management, CRM tool it is. So you don't need to install a Salesforce application, any server. No need to give any access permissions and all. Very simple. Go to log into the Salesforce. Directly can start utilizing. Service now. Fresh service. Office 365. Google Docs. Okay. These are all cloud-based services. You don't need to install in your PC. No need to worry about your PC configuration and all. I want to run an application, I need a system configuration. Here you are directly accessing the remote stuff only from your browser. Okay, this is what we are saying a cloud computing. It is delivery of computing services over internet. Of course, we are accessing through web browser. Okay, as a web service, we are getting as a web service it is. These services include servers, storages, databases, networking, softwares, analytics, and intelligence. Cloud computing offers a faster innovation, flexible resources, economies of scale. Okay, you want to start a project now. So you got a new client, and then he asks like these are the requirement. You have to start immediately. You do not have that much infrastructure now. What is the simplest thing? Go to the cloud, take the infrastructure, take the server, required applications, backend databases, everything. You can take it, start working on it. Okay, once your work is completed, then pay the amount. Of course, it is a pay as you go type, so you have to pay amount, then complete it. What is your utilization? You pay and buy. Okay, that's it. Okay, there is a lot of points in the cloud computing. Guys, understand first point, what is cloud? Underline points.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why cloud computing typically cheaper to use? It is not cheaper, but as compared to two things. Guys, remember one, it is when you say infrastructure, when you go with infrastructure, so it is this is a okay. You have a you want to start your own data center, your own servers and all. The olden days, even still nowadays also people are having their own data center, their servers, routers, switches, networking components. They have to purchase. Okay, you are purchasing for an infrastructure that is called a capex, capital expenditure. For example, you have to travel for some daily certain places you want to travel. Okay, you have to travel. So what you do? You buy a car. If you buy a car, that is called capital expenditure. Second one is you maintain the car, right? You have to maintain the car. Like you have to pay the petrol, you have to either you drive or you will hire a driver. Okay, if any repair is there, service repairing, anything like okay, like daily regular maintenance is required, right? So that is a maintenance cost, right? That is called a operation cost. Capital cost means you purchase your infrastructure, servers, routers, switches, storage devices. So you purchase these equipment, that is a capital expenditure. You have to maintain your servers, power supplies, monitoring tools. Any issues occur immediately, you have to go to repair or replace kind of stuff. So you have to maintain this infrastructure, that is called a maintenance cost. That is also called as operation expenditure. Operational expenditure. Guys, this is 2 points. In the cloud utilization, in the cloud, So you don't need to pay any capital expenditures or operational expenditures also. Just like you rent a car. Rent a car means you book a cab in the Uber, Ola cab or a Uber bike, Uber cab. You book, so you get down now. Just now you reach railway station. You have to go to home, or you are from home to railway station or airport. What you will do? You'll book a cab. Are you purchasing cab there? Are you paying any amount for maintenance? You are paying for only utilization, not for direct capital or not a direct operational kind of stuff. So that's why it is a cloud computing. You are only paying for your utilization. You are not investing any money there. You are not paying for purchasing any equipment there, not for any infrastructure purchase. No capital expenditure. And you are not maintaining any infrastructure there. So no operational cost. So cloud computing is a delivery of computing services over internet by using pay-as-you-go price model. You typically pay only for cloud services you use. Which help you to lower your operating cost, run your infrastructure more efficiently, scale as your business needs changes. To put it another way, the cloud computing way is to rent a compute power and storage from someone else data center. There's someone else data center it is, like if someone's car it is, just you are taking rent. You use and you give it back. That's it. You can treat cloud resources like you would resource in your own data center. When you are done using them, you give them back. You build only for what you use. How much time you utilization, how much you use it, you have to pay for that one only. Just you take it, utilize and give it back. But in a physically, you are not taking anything, just you are accessing their resources. Instead of maintaining CPU storage in your data center, you rent them for a time that you need them. Cloud provider take care of maintaining underlying infrastructure for you. Whatever the infrastructure you are utilizing, cloud service provider is maintaining that one. The cloud enable you to quickly solve your toughest business challenges, bring cutting edge solutions to your users. Let's understand what it is, the cloud computing part. So much of story is there. Hmm? Fast, guys.
Yes, sir.
Don't sleep. Okay. Guys, first one question is what is cloud? What is the certain benefits of cloud? Okay, some benefits. There are a lot of benefits of cloud. Properties of clouds are there, but certain benefits of cloud. Okay, at least some advantages of using cloud. Next, cloud models or cloud types. What is the cloud models or cloud types or types of cloud models? Are a public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Some people added one more, that is a community cloud. But I did get this information directly from a Microsoft. So they didn't mention about a community cloud. So I will put only three things here: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. What is the public cloud? For example, AWS is a public cloud. So any person or any organization can use computing services from service provider, right? The services are offered over the public internet and available to anyone who wants to purchase them. Cloud resources such as servers, storages are owned and operated by third-party cloud service provider. The delivery over the internet. Delivered over the internet. Okay. Cloud, public cloud. The services are offered only over the public internet. Means you can access the public cloud services from internet. Guys, lot of people think again public means free, private means pay. No guys, no. Okay, no. Very simple. If you go to any shopping mall, okay. Now this central malls are came now. Everywhere central malls are there, right? So Pune Central Mall, Hyderabad Central Mall, or Visakhapatnam Central Mall, right? Different places, there's central malls are there. You go to the mall, you will see lot of shops are there. You have to pay the money to get a one simple unit, right? So multiple tenants. Public cloud contains multiple tenants. Okay, simply you have to pay and use. Any user, as a single user or as an organization, can utilize the public cloud services. So that's it is saying services offered over in public internet available to anyone who wants to purchase them. Available to anyone. I have a public cloud. I am also taken public cloud service. When my organization taken a public cloud service, for example, Savant is taken a public cloud services also. Cloud resources such as server storages are owned and operated by third-party cloud service provider deliver over the internet. Means your cloud resources, whatever the cloud resources are operated and maintained by different organizations like AWS, Azure, Salesforce, okay, Digital Ocean, GCP, Google Cloud platform it is, Oracle, Oracle infrastructures, cloud infrastructure. These are all public cloud service providers. Provide a service through our internet. Any person as an individual or an organization can use public cloud. Private cloud. Private cloud is consists of computing resources used exclusively by users from one business or a organization. Private cloud could be the physically located at your organization, on-site, on-premises data center, or it can be hosted by third-party service provider. Okay. Again, what is private cloud, guys? For example, if you go to a big bazaar, okay, big bazaar, entire building is big bazaar only. D-Mart, entire building is D-Mart. Okay, not a one as a single floor, also it is entire building as a D-Mart. Okay, so simply can say private cloud. Okay, sorry. If you take D-Mart, so shop is D-Mart, workers are D-Mart people, and we don't have any other shops there. Okay, only one shop it is, single shop. Okay, not given any rental to any part of the business. They don't give any part of their shop to any others. They own, they will work, they'll get a money from their business only. Whereas public cloud is not like that. They will rent to the others, multiple tenants. Okay, as a single user or as an organization, they will give the computing services. They will collect the money, they maintain their infrastructure. But private cloud people maintain their infrastructure themselves only. They use the cloud services for their organization only. For their organization only. Okay. So if you take some example, for example, HCL organization, Savantis, or CTS like a Cognizant, Wipro kind of stuff. For example, they have their own infrastructure. They want to utilize their infrastructure for their organization. They are not providing to any other organization. They are utilizing their computing power, storage, and other databases and everything for their organization only. So then it is comes with it is private cloud. Okay. So it is single tenant type. So based on their businesses, they will make it cloud computing, private cloud. Okay. The last one is hybrid cloud. The last one is hybrid cloud. What is hybrid cloud? I have my own private cloud. I have my own private cloud. Now I got a new problem. That is, I got a new project. I need certain infrastructure requirement, storage requirement, or a okay, some application support requirement, database servers requirement is there. Now, what to do? So I need a requirement. I have a private cloud, but problem is that private cloud is enough for my regular business. This is a new one, additional one. What to do? What I will do, I'll go for a public cloud. So then I will discuss with the public cloud service provider. I have some part of private cloud and you have a public cloud. We'll mix them both. So then my required thing will be come up. My requirement will be fulfilled. So I will govern this cloud services. That is the private cloud guy will tell. Best private cloud organization, the organization which is maintaining private cloud, go for a public cloud and mix both private and public together for a private cloud use organization benefits. So that is called a hybrid cloud. Combination of public and private called a hybrid cloud. So public cloud, no capital expenditure to scale up. How much you are utilizing, but you don't need to invest. Just you have to utilize and pay. Organization pays only for what they use. Application can be quickly provisioned and deprovisioned. So simply you can able to scale up your requirement, okay, and you can scale down your utilization easily in a public cloud. Both no capital expenditure, no operational expenditure. Private cloud, which is created by your organization only. Private cloud is created. Private cloud is created by organization. It means capital expenditure. They have to purchase or hardware requirement and other things like a security management, application management, operating system management, network management, everything. They have to purchase, install and maintain. So then operational cost is also there. Okay. It is like a one-time investment, but still it is operational cost is also there in private cloud. Hybrid cloud provide a most flexibility. Organization determines where to run applications. Organization controls security, compliance, and legal requirement. So a private cloud person taken a public cloud and mix them both. But private cloud organization governs both cloud material. Okay, total cloud. So this is private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. Guys, understand these three clouds?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So before going to software as a service, I know you are waiting for what is IaaS, PaaS kind of stuff. I want to discuss about some cloud advantages or a cloud main properties. Guys, advantages only, but these are mentioned not only as an advantage, it is also a properties. Okay, so we'll discuss that one. I will explain one important just for understanding, and these terminologies are very important. Guys, this is my server. This is my server. For example, this is my web server. This is my web server. Here is some user using the web service. Okay, is getting web pages. For example, I've opened a website. Now it is showing the web service. Or otherwise, I will open a website w3schools.com. I can able to see and read. Okay, I can able to read it from. So w3schools.com providing web server service. User is accessing web service. That's a good name. So I will tell next. If in case this server is down, what will happen? User cannot access web server. Server is down, then service is also down. Server is down, then service is also down. Okay, so you are not able to access a website because the server is down. Okay, so this is an incident is occurred. Customer is not able to get a service because of server is down. Okay, but here point is that should not be happen in a real time. What happened? Even if your server is down, no problem. You have another server which provide same service, same data. In between these two are same data only, same services. So the client will get a service from second one. It means even a server is down, service is client is getting a service. For client, you don't feel whether server is down or a server is not down. Okay, server is down or not, you don't know. You think server is up, I am getting service. Client required service, not what is your infrastructure or a servers or any connection. You don't mind about it. Client should get a service always. Okay, that is a SLA, service level agreement. Client should get a service always as per the agreement. Okay, so server. Now, how it is possible? What is this concept? HA means high availability. High availability. High availability. So something spelling mistake, but it's okay. Or failover. Failover. What is failover? If one of the disk is failure, other disk will give you the same data. One server is down, no problem. Other server will give you the service. High availability or a failover infrastructure. Guys, understand this point?
Yes, sir.
Very good. For example, google.com. Lot of people are accessing google.com, right? Every second, millions of searches will happen on the Google server. If Google server is down, everybody stuck at traffic only because no one knows where is the traffic clear, directions. People are using for 10 years also, they are using Google Maps. Entire Google server is down. Then what happened? All parts of Google is down. Google.com, do Google. Now I'm using Docs, right? So Google Docs will down. Google Maps will be down. Google Classroom, meetings. So all Google services are down means okay, big problem, right? So I'm telling in a simple manner also. I opened w3schools.com. Very important one. So that is I am paying for w3schools.com. Or Amazon Prime.com, PrimeVideos.com, Netflix.com, okay, aha.com. So those so many are there. No? So if in case their server is down, we are unable to get a service, right? How to do it? So add more servers. Even in case any of the server is failure, no problem. We can able to provide a service to the customer. Okay. So second point is, as I said earlier, Google receives such keywords per millions in a seconds. Okay, in a second, millions of queries are happens. Millions of people use Google Maps to reach their destinations, right? So like that, there is a load on the servers. Load on the servers. Okay, the load increases on a server. The server will become automatically slow. For example, I have a laptop. If I have opened lot of applications, lot of access, lot of queries, then my laptop becomes slow. Same way. Yeah. Guys, again, I'm disconnecting or whatever it is. I'm getting back pain also. Point is, yeah, one is failover. I told failover or high availability. Second point is lot of load on a single server. So it is very difficult to handle by one single server. We add multiple servers and we distribute the load. I will give you an example. If you go to any shop like a DMart, Walmart, you know, if you go on Monday, mostly in morning time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday up to Friday, morning time, only 2 to 3 counters work. Only 2 to 3 counters will work. Not only single counter, 2 to 3 counters will work. Okay, so you go and purchase and take a, you can pay the amount, get the bill, pay the amount, then you can easily come out. Evening, guarantee 3 to 4 counters will work, guarantee, because just a load increases. If you go on Saturday, morning guarantee 5 counters will work. Afternoon, all 10 counters will work. Why? Load increases, lesser the counters, difficult to manage. More counters, we balance the load. Same way, more servers balance the load. More servers balance the load. So they distribute the load among these servers. So the load on each individual server will reduce. In case of any server is down, no problem, other servers will run the service. So this is called a high availability. And load balancer. The second point, balancing load, is a load balancer. Load balance. One more property I will tell, scalability. Scaling. What is scaling? Means you can able to keep adding, increasing. There is a two type of scales. One is scale up and another one is, vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. Scale down is also there. Scale up, scale down is there. That is a different point. But this is vertical scaling, horizontal scaling is there. Vertical scaling means you have a server and your server load is more load on your server. What you do, you increase the server capacity. You add a more CPU, RAM, hard disk capacities to your server. So then that is called a vertical. If you increase the infrastructure of if you increase the infrastructure, you add on this infrastructure, that is scale up, vertical scale up. If in case you add more instances means more servers, more instances you are keep adding, okay, and you balance the load in between these servers or instances, that is a horizontal scaling. What is the scaling means? Ability to increase, right? Horizontally or vertically. Okay. Now, guys, understand these terminologies: load balancer, high availability.
Sir, could you please explain what is vertical scaling?
What is
Vertical scaling.
vertical? Vertical means you have a server, the server infrastructure is not enough. For example, you increase, like already 16 GB RAM is there. You add another 16 GB. Now it is 32 GB. So vertical scale up. Okay, vertical scale ups are not always possible. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to say. But in a cloud, it will do both. You can do it. So first three things: high availability. Just now I explained. Depending upon your SLA, service level agreement, that you choose, your cloud based apps can provide a continuous user experience with a no apparent downtime, even when they go wrong. The meaning is, even the server is down, the service is still available for user. At user end, no downtime. At server side, there is a downtime, means server is down. Okay, but client is getting a service. That is a high availability. One of the main properties, high availability. Scalability, both vertically and horizontally. Vertically means increase computing capacity by adding more RAM, CPUs to your virtual machine or a physical machine. Horizontally means increasing computing capacity by adding instance of resources, such as adding virtual machine to configuration. Okay, so elasticity. Another one is elasticity. When I told elasticity, then I will go back to the scaling, high availability, and load balancing. Okay, three things I will tell you. Guys, elasticity means, elastic band. Elastic band, you stretch an elastic band, what happened? Become bigger. You loosen up something, you trust more, then it is bigger. You are losing, like you are reducing power on it. So what happened? It will be smaller. And if you leave everything, it is come to the normal position. Same example, like a balloon. You have a balloon, no air in it. If you pump air, it will increase the size. You reduce the air inside, it will reduce the size. This is called a elasticity. Cloud has a elasticity nature. Some people already learn about a AWS cloud, so they go to EC2 instant, elastic cloud computing. Okay, EC2 instant, elasticity, elastic elasticity. So, for example, I will give you elasticity. There is a flash sales. Amazon flash sales, new launch mobile phone. 15 minutes to buy 15 minutes to buy a laptop or mobile phone. You have 15 minutes. How many people log in at a time? Lot of people log in. Okay. So what happened? Load on a servers increases. Now Flipkart understand what is the load. They will keep adding servers. Very difficult, right? Elasticity is helpful that one. Elastic nature will understand the load, estimate number of servers requirement or number of server virtual machines requirement. It deploy automatically, depends upon the load, and it balance the load between those servers. Okay. Now, 15 minutes completed, no load, very less load. What happened? We don't require that many servers now. Evening time, for example, early morning, Flipkart or Amazon, there is no load. Why? Because no offers, no load. Offers time 24 hours load, at least more than 12 hours, 18 hours load on it. Evening, night also, night 12 o'clock also, some people will search for any offers are there, right? So that time load increases. Offer time load increases. So automatically it will deploy multiple servers and balance the load in between these servers. Early morning time, very less load. Midnight, after midnight, very less load. Morning, afternoon, very less load on it. So what it will do, it decrease this number of scaled devices. So they reduce the number of servers and maintain that enough for the current load. This is the called elasticity. So auto scaling is there. Auto scaling, auto load balancing. Auto scaling, auto load balancing. Okay. That is the main importance of your cloud computing. Guys, understand these points: availability, high availability, load balancing, scalability, elasticity. What is elastic nature?
Yes, sir.
Very. Three more points. First is agility. Agility means keep changing. Keep changing. Deploy and configure cloud-based resources quickly as your app requirement changes. I want to develop an application for my client. Client requirements keep changing. Sometimes it is low requirements, sometimes high requirements. So I have to keep changing my infrastructure and the required tools, everything I have to add in. It is very difficult by a normal dealing. Okay, so better go through the cloud. Whenever the client required any changes, immediately we apply the changes, we develop the changes, we deploy the resources requirement, we can directly get it through the cloud service providers. Agility. Geo distribution. Geo distribution means, each cloud is distributed to different regions. For example, AWS regions. from direct website only. So AWS global regions, you can see it is Middle East. This is North America. These are their regions, means their data centers located in this place. South America, only one. Europe. In Europe, these are the regions. Middle East, Africa, Cape Town. India, Mumbai and Hyderabad. Three zones are there, Hyderabad. Okay. So like this, you can able to understand different geographical locations where data centers are there. Azure regions. Okay. So explore globe. So there must be a diagram, but not given here. No problem, don't worry about it. Okay, so geographically, different places their data centers are there. Any which where you can able to store depends upon your client also. Disaster recovery, you put at your data centers, your cloud service provider put their data center into different geographical locations and different backup storages also in different locations. So what is the advantage? It is any disaster has happened, like a war is declared, or maybe earthquakes happen, or a big tufan kind of stuff, floods, tornadoes. Okay. So disaster recovery is by taking advantage of cloud-based backup services, data replications, and geo distributions. You can deploy your apps with a confident. It comes from knowing that your data is safe in event of disaster. So they, if you optimize, like you can take an option like a backup option. They backup your data, your instances, everything they store in different geographical location. If anything is happens to your zone data center, no problem. You have a backup data, you can get it back. These are the main points. So yeah, this is one more point. So cloud service provider operates on consumption-based model, which means that end user only pay for resources that they use, whatever they use, want to pay. Yeah, this is again some advantages. You can add it. No upfront cost means you don't need to buy any infrastructures and you need to pay for any operational cost also. No need to purchase and manage costly infrastructure that user might not use to its fullest, means completely you may not use that kind much. Ability to pay for additional resources when they are needed. Okay, so you know how much billing cost it is, you can pay according to it. Ability to stop paying for resources that no longer requirement. You know, Netflix subscription, right? So simple way of Netflix subscription. For example, only I'm telling guys in a subscription model. Okay, I have to get a Netflix. Okay, monthly this much payment 199 for 149 199 499 649 899 799 different prices are there, right? But whatever it is they're telling, if I'm no longer using, for example, I'm not using my Netflix from almost like more than 6 months or 1 year, I forget to use us. Last time also when I use, I didn't remember because I'm become completely busy with classes and the evening completely exhausted. TV and other things are there, so we don't have a time to go with. Okay. So of course, now I don't want this Netflix. Maybe in future I will take it, but currently not required. Why should I pay amount if I'm not using it, right? You can unsubscribe it, so then no need to pay for it. Once you have taken, does not mean you have to pay. Always is not required. You can stop paying once it is not required. Guys, understand cloud computing advantages.
Yes, sir.
There is another one question is there. Advantages of cloud over the private cloud or a on-premises server. I told some few points. This is some points. Okay. In generally, guys, you have an infrastructure means you have to maintain the infrastructure. You have to purchase infrastructure and you have to maintain the infrastructure. Physical infrastructure you have to maintain, network related, physical security, network security, servers, data centers, of course, storage devices, networking components, networking cables, okay, firewalls, security threats, IP addresses, legal lines, everything you have to maintain. Okay, but if you come to the cloud, very simple, your employees can simply go home and sit in home, log into the cloud service portal and start using cloud. You can easily provision. You need to, like, you want to develop an application. I know some people from Java and .NET based people earlier, they don't know what is the system requirement. They don't know what is CPU, RAM. They don't mind about it. They install it and then start developing it. Even some people don't know how to install it also. Okay, but they start using on the system. System becomes slow. They blame on the virus. But their applications are heavy, so the system infrastructure is lower. Now this person want to develop an application. What we do? Go to the cloud. For example, Amazon, AWS, it is EBS, Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, Elastic Beanstalk. So go to Elastic Beanstalk, create a project, add all your requirement. You want a MySQL server or you want a Oracle database server. You want HTML support, Java support, Python support. So you add all these things together and start developing, coding, connecting, deploying. You can able to do it. Okay, so you need to ask any specific administrator, I need these kind of resources. Directly you can log into your cloud and you can able to do it. So like that, you can add so many points of cloud advantages over the on-premises servers. Okay, this is the next point is cloud service model. Cloud service model. So, and a few more points are there. Once I completed, we'll see. So mainly three cloud service models are there. One is infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, software as a service, SaaS. Infrastructure as a service, guys, here it is. If you see this diagram, you have a on-premises or a private cloud. The cloud means the organization has to maintain the storages, networking, computing, virtualization, virtual machines, operating systems, runtime environment, applications, and data and access management. Everything should be managed by your organization only, our organization only. In case of I am taking infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure related requirements, virtual machines, operating systems, storages. These are all requirement for a user, and user don't need to maintain the base platform like a computing, storages, networking components, their configuration, securities, you need to maintain. Simply log into the cloud service provider, go to cloud service provider, create a virtual machine, install operating system, means along with operating system you will get it anyway. So then in that virtual machine you can able to install what are their requirements. So I will go to different diagrammatic, guys. You need a machine. Okay, you need a machine which you cannot be able to buy, but you go to the cloud, you take the machine. Okay, this is a virtual machine. And you need some storage to store data. So this is infrastructure as a service. You need a machine, you get a machine. But what it is, why we need a machine? I want to run some application or I want to develop some application thing. You need an operating system. Then when you are creating virtual machine, you are telling, I want this kind of operating system. Okay. I want this kind of operating system. I want a Windows operating system, a Linux operating system, like that. In that one, you install what are the application requirement, settings you do it. Okay, application you do it, settings you do it. You don't need to manage this virtual machine. You create a virtual machine as per your requirement, and operating system automatically it will work. It will come. So install application, you do settings, you do services, whatever it is, you can be able to do it. You develop an application there, you can do it. This is infrastructure as a service. Then what is platform as a service? What is platform as a service? You don't know what is your system requirements, storage requirements. You know what is an application runtime environment is required, application and application runtime environment is required, how to run an applications, how to connect these applications, how to build an application kind of stuff is this. So we'll get a runtime environment and we run an applications, we build an application kind of stuff. This is platform as a service. Now that is also gone. What is software as a service? It is an application, just you are accessing that application. You are not managing anything here, just you are accessing application. That is software as a service. Example, see software as a service examples. Salesforce, Office 365, Dynamics 365, Google Docs, ServiceNow. So a lot of software as a service thing. First services also software as a service. We are accessing directly application or a software over the internet. Okay, so you need to maintain any physical infrastructure, network infrastructures, or virtual machines, or OS in the virtual machines, and other connectivity to virtual machine kind of stuff means application. You don't need to do anything. All you have to do just log in, access the application. Platform as a service. Platform as a service means, for example, I need a database service. I don't know how to install a database application. I don't know how to create a virtual machine. I don't know how much minimum requirements to run this database server. Simply, I will go to the database services, then I start utilizing this database services. Okay. Infrastructure as a service is a compute model. I need a virtual machines. I'll show you that one. You think? No sign up. So you can go to solutions also. You will find all these things. Products. This is compute. EC2. EC2 means virtual machine services, auto scaling, light side, app runner, elastic bean shack, lambda post kind of stuff. Databases. Databases. RDS. RDS. Aurora, DynamoDB. These are the databases. For example, I want a MySQL service. I go to RDS, in that one MySQL, and start utilizing MySQL. I create a database tables and all, I connect it to my application, I can directly access. Storage services. Storage, I want to store my data into S3 bucket or maybe EBS, elastic block storage. Okay, so like that, different type of tools, services you are getting, networking related, network connectivity, DNS services kind of stuff also you will get it. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, storage services also we are getting. Guys, Google Storage, Google Drive, iCloud Directory, OneDrive are a cloud storages. Of course, storage service from cloud. But do not add this thing into other services which is provided by things. And never say cloud means storage. Cloud is providing different kind of services, computing services like a computer, storage, networking, applications, infrastructure services, or maybe analytics, okay, intelligent databases kind of services over the internet, and we can access through web browsing. Okay, can access through simply a web browser. No need to go to any physical infrastructure to do any task. Simply can access through internet. That is the cloud. So these are the domains in any cloud platform like a compute, databases, storage, network, messaging system, security, identity, compliance system. These are the main domains. Different cloud service providers are there: Azure, AWS, GCP, OCA, IBM, digital oceans, Rackspace. Okay, there's a lot of public cloud service providers are there. And private cloud service providers also there. But private cloud services are not there. Service providers are not there because it's a self-organization. But you to build a private cloud will use certain application kind of stuff. For example, I want to build my own private cloud with the VMware products. So for virtualization, vSphere, centralization, vCenter, cloud interface, vCloud or vRealize, vHorizontal kind of stuff. vSAN for storage kind of stuff. Okay, same way like a Microsoft Hyper-V virtualization purpose, a CVMM managing this virtual servers kind of stuff. Okay, so and other tools will help you to work on it. OpenStack is an open source application. OpenStack, open source application for a private cloud platform. It is a private cloud platform. It is an open source application method. OpenStack. OpenStack. These are the infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Infrastructure as a service is mainly virtual machines kind of stuff. Okay, so this is about your cloud, very basic part of cloud, overview of a cloud computing. I have a cloud, a login for you, but I want to tell or not, I didn't know. This is compute EC2. So this is my compute EC2 dashboard. Currently, I'm not running any instance. If I want to create an instance, then it is to launch instance. So my web server, okay, the interface is changed. Which one you want? Amazon Linux, you want a Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat Linux operating system, or a SUSE Linux kind of stuff. Which type of machine you require? 32-bit or 64-bit? Intel base, ARM base. Type of instance, because it's a free tier eligibility, 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM, and this is on demand. Key pair requirement, access requirement. The last time I got a problem while I'm sharing this information. Okay, databases. I want to create my own database. So then I go to RDS. Okay, see it is. You can create your own database. Okay, so create a database. But which type of database engine it is, like a Oracle DB or a MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, like Microsoft SQL Server. It's easy to create, standard. So what kind of database server you want to create it? Okay. So normally you want to create a database, you must take a machine, understand the machine and install the application, create a high availability environment, create a high availability in it, load balancing and high availability. Okay, so then you have to install a database engine inside, and you can connect to the internet and access it. Okay, so these are the things about what I'm trying to say. That's it for today, guys. Sorry. That's it for now. So first of all, I will so take a break. Okay, so I will tell whether we should